Well, you know, folks, Eye on Baltimore goes all over the city. Today, we're here in beautiful Federal Hill. And Federal Hill has a wonderful collage of shops and people, aromas, places to go, things to do. And we're going to visit some of those places. So just stick with us. Remember, it's Eye on Baltimore. We go everywhere. Here we are in beautiful Federal Hill with Eye on Baltimore, and we're here at the Kenzo's Yogi Magic Shop. We'll see you inside. As we promised, here we are at Kenzo's Yogi Magic Shop, right at the corner of Hamburg and South Charles Street in Federal Hill. And here we are with Spencer Horsman, who is one of our local celebrities. And Spencer Horsman, what is your claim to fame?
What's my claim to fame? I'm a magical ventriloquist. I've been doing magic since I was 4 years old. Ventriloquism since I was 8, and I've been all over the country, 12 national TV shows including David Letterman, Jerry Springer, Before the Fights, Talk Soup, and recently on the Simple Life with Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie.
Wow! How did you get started so young?
Well, this is my parents' magic shop. My father and I own and operate this. We've had this for 17 years now. And as I said, I started ventriloquism when I was 8 years old, and a friend of the family's gave me a ventriloquist puppet. And I started teaching myself, been doing that since, and the magic I just slowly picked up when I was 4 years old and just been practicing that.
All right, now what has set your performances aside apart from everyone else's? I mean, you're getting famous. I know guys who've been doing this for 30 years and they haven't gotten anywhere.
Well, the sorts of things that I do, I try to be at least a little bit more unique and different than the sorts of acts that I do. For instance, my ventriloquism, I'm not just a strict ventriloquist in which I come out and just talk to a puppet for half an hour and finish. Instead, because my original love being magic, I combine the two. So I should do magic with my ventriloquism, which is a very different, unique thing you don't see too much anymore. Mm-hmm. Or at all, really, that much.
All right, well, you're good, buddy. How about coaching? Who are your coaches?
Who are my coaches? Well, I learned from Paul Winchell. He's been around in ventriloquism since the early 40s. And secondly, I learned from Sammy King, who's a well-known ventriloquist who's worked in Vegas and traveled all across the world for the past 40 years. And so I work with him a number of times a year. Well, my act, fine-tuning my act and different motions and acting and scripting and those sorts of things. Okay, now what has been the highlight of your career so far? Highlight of career? I think everything I keep doing just keeps getting better and better. I mean, being in Vegas, performing there with Copperfield and Lance Burton, wonderful. Being on David Letterman, there's a lot of. I mean, everything is great. I love it all. I really can't pick any one thing out of the group. Mm-hmm. All right, well, give us some hints as to what's going to be happening. Oh, and by the way, before we ask you about the future plans, we're going to take a little break and we'll be right back. Hi, here I am in beautiful Federal Hill at the Kenzo Yogi Magic Shop, and we're going to have a lot of fun today. Eye on Baltimore. Yeah, this is Federal Hill. You know, when they had the bombardment of Fort McHenry, people could stand on Federal Hill and actually see the bombardment happening. So this is a very historic place here in Baltimore, and a place with a lot of wonderful shops and a lot of really wonderful people. And we're going to be visiting with some of those folks today on Eye on Baltimore. It ain't me, man. Right. That $20, that's wasted money, man. Don't throw no bad money after bad money, you know what I'm saying? How you doing? Good to see you.
Oh, so y'all busy?
No. What are you selling?
No, I'm not selling. I come in the back. I just, just come in to see what's
okay, yeah, we were shooting a TV show.
Okay. No, go ahead, I'll wait. Go ahead. Take it. That's a good man.
Welcome back. I'm going to ask Spencer that question now about...
Fortunately, over the past number of years, the ventriloquists have become more and more popular. You have the classic ventriloquists, Paul Winchell, Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, and Sherry Lewis, who's very popular in the past few years. They really paved the way for now more ventriloquists to come to light, because before you didn't see them as much. And still it's a very limited field, but you also still have a lot of ventriloquists who are getting out there. You have a lot of them working in Vegas now, New York, and starting to promote the art more so. And so from that, I've also been fortunate enough, because of more people being exposed to ventriloquism, being aware of what it is, to go and make these appearances that I've been able to do. And so also learning from the classic guys like Paul Winchell. He was a kind of revolutionary in ventriloquism because he had ventriloquist puppets move and act and dance around and play instruments. And I took it a step further from that and having them actually do magic. And that's how I combined my two interests, using the magic and the ventriloquism. So it's kind of another step forward and something unique and different in the field of ventriloquism.
Oh yeah, I know the feeling, man. There are a lot of people who went ahead of me, who did things that inspired me to perform. But you know something, we're talking about you. I want to know how you got into so many diverse fields. You also juggle.
A little bit.
You do acting.
A little bit, yes.
Talk about the other arts.
The other arts. Well, first of all, I was able to get into all these different arts and different types of field because of growing up around a diverse form of entertainers my entire life. I mean, both my parents were clowns and ran by the circus for a number of years. So, I had interest in clown when I was younger, and I did a little bit, a couple of things here and there as a clown. And then being around jugglers, because my parents both juggled, and also other variety entertainers coming in here. We had jugglers, actors, models. I mean, we had everything. And, obviously growing up in a magic store, I picked up the magic. And when a friend of mine exposed me to ventriloquism, I picked that up. I also, along with the modeling, the little bit of acting, also I'm a swing dancer, more for fun, but I'm incorporating that now in my act soon. And so it's you kind of combine your interest into what you can into an act.
All right, talk about your acting and your modeling and that.
Acting and modeling. Modeling-wise, let's see, the most recent, I guess, was a Levi's commercial, National Levi's commercial, that combined actually my ventriloquism with that, so he would combine those two arts. And recently I was just placed apart for a lead role in a movie that's being made here in June called Dreamers. That should be out maybe in the next year or so.
All right. Well, let's talk about future plans. Where do you want to go from here?
Well, future plans, I was just booked for a 2-month engagement in Tokyo, Japan, and a variety show there. And anything from there, just more travel the world. That's what I really want to do, is get out more. I went to Spain a couple years back for 2 weeks, and now Tokyo, and see what else can come from that.
Spain?
Yes.
Japan? Are you going to speak Spanish and Japanese?
I speak enough Spanish to get around, and I'm learning Japanese now. I just started lessons the other day.
Your lips will be moving like those karate flicks.
Exactly. Good cover for it. So. Had to practice my ventriloquism a little more, I think.
What has been your biggest challenge so far?
Biggest challenge is mainly, I guess, just staying unique. And I mean, the creating process, it's always challenging no matter what. Even if you are a creative person, it still is a difficult thing to come up with, new routines constantly and stay different, and to really try to push yourself more beyond limits. Because you get told a lot, oh, you're not allowed to do that, you can't do that, it's never been done before. Well, just because nobody's done it before, it doesn't mean it's not possible to do. And that's what I like to do, is kind of do those things that people say you can't do.
You're so polished. I mean, in your education has apparently been excellent along the way. Future plans in education?
Educational-wise, as in like institution-wise?
Yeah, what institutions are you going to find yourself in?
Well, I just graduated from the Park School last year, and I'm taking a couple years off before I go to college. But I'm also a self-learner, self-teacher. I have constant interest in different things, and my entire house is a library. If I want to learn something, I go out and I'll get some textbooks from a college store and read up on it and teach myself. But also in the meantime, I will go to college, or if I'm traveling, take some courses here and there. I'm a very inquisitive person, so I'm always constantly learning.
Well, at this point, I want to see some stuff. You've got to throw down some magic, some ventriloquism. I want to see something, but we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll see more of Spencer Horsman here at Kenzo's Yogi Magic Shop. We'll be right back. All right, Spencer, do your stuff.
Okay, John, if you would, please select any card there for me.
Okay. I'll take this one right
Not that
here.
one. No, I'm kidding. That's fine. Look at it, memorize it. All right, and the second thing I'd like you to do is go and sign your name nice and large on the face of the card. So I'm going to turn my head so I don't see your card or close my eyes.
Got it.
All right, turn the card back face down again there for me.
Okay.
Okay, good. Let me get the Sharpie back first.
All right.
That's how I got it in the first place. And so your card with your signature.
Okay.
Now, John, I had you sign the card for two very important reasons. Okay, the first reason, now that you signed the card, there's no way I can duplicate your card, right?
True.
Only one like it in the entire world, correct?
That's right.
Okay. Second reason I had you sign it, in case you forget the name of your card, most likely you won't forget your own name when you see it, correct?
Usually.
Let's hope not. Okay, yes. Now, John, I'm not going to waste your time and be a typical magician and use sleight of hand to find the card. Okay? Instead, something a little bit more difficult, more unique. Sleight of tongue and use my mouth instead. Okay? So watch. Is that your card?
No.
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 Is that your card?
No.
No. So in the middle.
In the middle.
All right. Ha. Is that your card?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
No?
No, it's not. No, it's not.
What was your card?
Two of clubs.
The suit of clubs.
Oh no!
Here, check it out. You could unfold it. Walk up, show the audience your card, your signature.
That is grossly my card. That is 100% grossly my card.
Keep it, souvenir.
No, thank you. You can have it. Oh, Spencer, I'm amazed. Do something else.
Do something else. Okay. Have here is a little red clown nose. Okay, for my dad. Little red clown nose. Watch. One little red ball. Good.
Wow.
Two little red balls.
Wow.
Here, watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Here, blow there for me. Excellent. Good. There's 2.
Oh, wow.
Here, do a second time, John. If you could hold out one hand there for me.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
Here you go.
Good. Here, one ball. Here, my hand. This one, your hand. Your hand for me.
Okay.
So one there, one
Okay.
there. Watch. Open hand there for me.
Whoa.
A little something else extra for you.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
I'm interested in your ventriloquism.
Oh, okay.
Can we see some of that?
Sure. I have to go get the puppet.
Okay, well, I'll tell you, we'll be right back, and we'll see Spencer, and what's the puppet's name?
Dexter.
Dexter. Be right back. Welcome back to Kenzo's Yogi Magic Shop, right here in Federal Hill, and we have Spencer and Dexter.
Hey.
Spencer and Dexter, how you guys doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
All right, Dexter, you look good, buddy.
Oh, thank you.
I like that suit, man.
Thank you. You like it?
It suits you. Oh, talk about Dexter here, and then Dexter, talk about Spencer.
Okay. Well, Dexter, why don't you tell us a little about yourself?
Like what?
Like where you're from or where you go to school.
I don't want to talk about school.
What is it? Your grades again?
Yeah, they're underwater.
Underwater? What do you mean underwater?
Below sea level.
Oh, come on. Be serious.
Well, just last week, I got 100.
Wow, that's great. What'd you get 100 in?
70 in reading and 30 in science.
Look, Dexter, if you don't get a good education, how do you expect to get anywhere in the future?
In a car?
What are you going to be when you grow up?
Older and taller.
Now look, you don't even know your alphabet. When I was a first grader, I could do them backwards.
I can do that.
What, do them backwards?
Sure. A, B, C, D.
Turn around, be serious.
But when I turn around, I get stuck. A, D, C, D, A, D, C, D, A, D, C, D.
Wait, have you tried singing it?
Singing?
You know, A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
That sounds like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
Twinkle Twinkle Little Star.
Here, wait, try it this way. La 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 la.
La 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 la.
Now add the ABCs.
A, D, C, D, E, F, G. How I wonder what you got. What's I answer? What's I need?
Little Dexter, you're singing Bob Bob Black Sheep, haven't you wool?
Yes, sir, yes, sir. 3 dags full.
How can you say so many stupid things in one day?
I get up early.
Come on.
Alright, just listen. CIXWTSRQTLONNLKJGSCDCD. Hey. Thank you.
Hey.
Thank you. So.
Oh, wow, that was pretty good.
Thank you.
All right, now I'm really curious. Dexter, can you sing? I mean, really just sing a song on your own?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's see.
What's wrong, Dexter? You have a frog in your throat?
No, a termite.
Oh, come on, please sing.
I've been working on the homework all the live long day. I've been working on the homework just to get a stinking A. I'd rather the outling days all fishing or chewing gum. I'd rather the outling hooky than not grow got done. Yeah.
Excellent!
Thank you.
Excellent! I'm impressed.
Thank you. I try.
Dexter, you're doing a great job here, and Spencer, you're doing a wonderful job
Thank
working
you.
with Dexter.
He does okay.
All right.
Thanks.
The future plans for the act.
Future plans with the act? Well, Tokyo, I told you about, and see what else comes up. We'll let you know.
Oh my goodness! Any more?
Oh, yes, and also the History Channel in September. We were just filmed in Vegas at the History Channel. So that'll be airing in September sometime.
The
Yep.
History Channel.
Yes. It's called Weird US.
Hey. Imagine that.
I'm curious. All right, and that's gonna be in what? When?
September on the History Channel.
September on the History
Yes.
Channel. All right, you heard it here first. On Baltimore. September on the History Channel. Dexter and Spencer will be on Weird US.
Hey.
Okay, wherever it takes them, they're going to be there. This is great. The one time you lost Dexter in the mail. Can
Yes.
you talk about that?
It wasn't me.
Yes, it was the old Dexter,
Oh,
actually.
I
It was
see.
the one I had before this, and I sent him to California to get repainted and refurbished and all, because I had a show coming up in Vegas in 4 weeks. Well, the guy was supposed to overnight the figure back to me, and it got misplaced in the bulk mail, and that lost for 3 weeks. Oh, hush. And, yes, it lost for 3 weeks, and I just got it just in time for the show, to work on a new act, and then performed in Vegas. So it was a big ordeal. It was basically a manhunt all around the country for a puppet.
I remember seeing Dexter's picture in the magic shops
Yep.
and the clown shops all over town.
Milk cartons and all.
Yes,
Milk
exactly.
cartons. It was sad.
Yes, it was.
But we got Dexter back.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
All right, whatever adventures have you had?
Besides being lost in the mail, I don't know. It's, just traveling all over, we always have our fun little quirks and different things, especially when going through security nowadays with a ventriloquist puppet. This thing's all mechanical and, different levers and all. So I'm going through the airport one day, and they go, what's in there? And I tell them, a head. And, of course, they go to unfold it, and I have the head pop out. I go, shut the door! And it's pretty funny. So, you can have a lot of fun with it, but they don't have too much of a sense of humor now. In the
I
airport,
know
so.
they don't.
Can't do that, Ninar.
So,
Well, how about your magic act? It's hard to carry that on a plane.
no, because usually it's like a deck of cards and a couple of things, so that's not too bad. But when I do the larger act with him, yes, I have a large illusion I do with him, and it weighs a good 70 pounds.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit cumbersome now and then, but it's not too bad.
What has been you and Dexter's funniest moment?
Funniest moment.
I don't know.
You're not funny. Oh, hush.
I don't know.
Well, Spencer, you don't have to tell us about your funniest moment. You know something? I bet you we have some clips of you at some of the very funny moments of television and wherever that you've been performing, and I want to see some of that. Can we see
Alright.
some of that? We are. Here it is.
My name is Spencer Horsman. I'm 13 years old. I'm from Baltimore, Maryland.
We're going to load you down stage left.
I started out with magic when I was about 5 or 6, doing a lot of, small little tricks that everybody starts out with, mostly close up, and then just the ventriloquism got into, and headed on from there.
Now I want you to imagine that you're 13 years old and your dad is a magician and he owns a magic shop. What would you want to be when you grow up? That's right, a ventriloquist. Folks, say hello to Spencer Horsman.
Thank you, Lance. Snap out of it. What are you staring at?
You, there's something about you that looks familiar.
We've been together for years. Of course I look familiar.
No, it's something else. You remind me of someone in the movies.
Well, if the lighting is right, people say I look like Brad Pitt. All right, Dexter, I get your point.
What lighting? Dark?
Now, Dexter, if you're good, after the show, I'll give you a nice shiny nickel.
Nah, I'll take a dirty old quarter instead.
What is this?
My new illusion.
Wow!
This is my magical, mystical music box.
Sounds complicated.
Try singing without moving your lips.
Okay, how does this work?
Just turn the crank and listen to the unique sound.
Okay. It seems to be stuck.
But that's impossible. Let's investigate. Let's take a look inside. Let's see, what do we have here? Hey, what's this?
Dexter, can you really fix this thing?
Aye, sure. Let me try again. Help me inside.
I sure hope you know what you're doing.
Yeah. Sorry. Hey, my foot's stuck.
I'll get it. Be careful.
Yeah. Hey, look, a door.
Dexter, where are you going?
Help! Let me out! Get me out of here! Help!
I'll help you. The crank. My pal. The box. Well, Dexter? Well, Dexter, I knew this guy could be a dead ringer. So long, folks.
Whoa, man, you've been everywhere. You're there with the stars. I applaud you.
Thank you.
What advice do you have for up-and-coming magicians and ventriloquists?
Main thing is just practice. I mean, you really can't sell yourself until you actually have your art down. So that's the main thing, is to first just get everything down. I mean, your acting, your presentation, and your skill with either your ventriloquism or your magic or even juggling or whatever art you want to get into. That's the main thing, is just mainly practice.
All right, now how important are books in this day and age?
Yes, people overlook books. I mean, we do have, this is technological era. Now you have DVDs, you've got your mini discs and all that, everything, computer. But a lot of good things come in books, and people overlook that because you can't get all the detail that you possibly can in a video or something like that you can get when somebody puts it down in words on a page. Mm-hmm. So if you really have a chance to get some books, check into those too. Even if they're older, you'd be surprised what you'll find.
All right, and you know something? Dexter's scary. While you're talking to me, he's looking around, man, and that's scary. For me, that's a funny moment.
That's the whole thing. You got to make him look alive and believable, and act like he's listening, or doesn't care and is falling asleep and everything else, and
Well, he's doing an excellent job.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm not real, John.
I thought you were for a moment there.
Stop it. Hate it when he does that.
Well, I've been talking to Dexter and Spencer Horsman here at the Kenzo's Yogi Magic Shop in Federal Hill at the corner of Hamburg and South Charles Street. And you've done a wonderful job with your career, Spencer. I wish you continued success. Dexter, I wish you continued success also. And I want to encourage you to keep your eye on Baltimore, because that's what the name of this show is, Eye on Baltimore. I just want to thank everybody for watching, and thank you, Spencer and Dexter.
Thank you.
See you next time. Eye on Baltimore. Well, that's it for today, folks. We've had a lot of fun, learned a lot of good things, and we're always keeping an eye on Baltimore. See you next time.